sure this audio is working properly. Okay, game audio's at least plays, that's good. Now, is my microphone cooperating? Therein lies the question. Okay. Audio is working. Music remains very loud. I still wish that I could turn the music individually down for this title screen without affecting the entire game. Hi! Welcome back to Sucker for Love, Date to Die For's revisit. Get off the exceedingly loud main menu theme. So we're going to be moving into Chapter 2 here. So we're going to be in Chapter 2 here. Again, seeking to get those the endings that we didn't get for the game. These have but like both these are just missing the good end, and it's actually kind of funny to think how hard it was for me to initially think of where the actual ending, the good end for these would be, and they're just don't do everything. Hi, Ballistic. This isn't Deltarune, where am I? You found yourself in Sacramento. as I have.
Chapter 2, House of Wax.
But welcome.
Did something scary happen? In the book you're reading, did something scary happen? You're as pale as a sheet.
Oh, no, I must have not often had a bad dream.
What was it about?
I can't remember, but I saw something or someone, and then I passed out, or woke up, I guess.
Either you were awake and passed out, and now you're dreaming, or you were dreaming and got scared awake. Either way, you're on the other side from whatever you saw, for now.
What an accurate and ominous thing to say. Whatever I saw. These dreams will be the end of me. I better find my siblings soon. A year ago, all 9 of my siblings vanished into the woods during a string of disappearances. They were never found. Earlier today, I received this picture in the mail. It's a photograph of all of them together at my grandmother's house, here in Sacramento. It was taken recently. This photo is the whole reason I came here, but now it's making me uneasy. They're saying I'm forgetting about it.
If you're having trouble finding a book you're interested in, may I make a suggestion?
I think I need to get going before it gets too dark. I'll quickly hear her out and let her down gently. Sure.
I believe you'll find this one to your liking.
It smells funny. This book is... Rhok'zan. Her name's Rhok'zan. Where is she? A flood of fragmented memories is rushing back to me. Back at the beginning of the nightmare. Am I just starting all over? No, think. Some of my memories don't line up. I remember my parents going missing, but my parents are alive and well. I just talked to them the other day. Something has changed. What's happening to me?
Having trouble remembering what you dreamed about? That's perfectly normal. Humans forget 95% of their own dreams. I imagine they forget even more about the dreams of others. Don't you think?
Who are you?
Shh. It's all right. You are safe here. I am Moo. I made the book you're holding.
And she's the reason this whole darn mess even exists. The Black Woods, the disappearance is all of it. You caused all this.
You blame me for the misfortune befalling the Black Goat, because I made the book to begin with. That's fair, but I merely created a means of communication between humans and gods. Am I truly to blame if someone else uses it for evil instead?
Having obviously seen through to the end of the game, it's kind of wild to think of Moo being able to be this consistently kind of sophisticated sounding, since she is she is a delightful little gremlin. How is she just talking about gods like it's nothing? Are you another eldritch god or an immortal human?
I am neither of those things, but I am a friend, here to aid you. You've regained a portion of your memories surrounding the book after looking at it, yes? That should lead you where you're trying to go.
Thumbing through the book, Rhok'zan's face is coming back to me. If I recall correctly, I should be able to get to her through Missing Person Lane. Thanks for giving this back to me.
Don't thank me. In time, I hope you'll come to forgive me.
This feels familiar. Getting some killer deja vu right now. I've definitely been here before. But even still, this alley feels unfamiliar. Like it changed completely from last time I was here. Quickly pick a direction, break into a brisk jog. But no matter how hard I look, I can't find my turn. Backtracking, hugging the walls, nothing seems to be helping. What's my house number again? I bet somewhere in the photo I got in the mail. Wait a minute, it's a fake, it's a trap just like last time. But nobody's there. Oh, isn't this where I was supposed to run to that girl from last time? Instead I'm all alone. Something's wrong. Things are repeating themselves, but they're different. I won't be able to rely on the fragmented memories I have. Even stranger, I managed to arrive at my old house undetected this time. I better rush to my room and summon Rhok'zan. The Black Woods are back.
Gotcha! That's her! That's the girl Buck warned us about!
What are they all doing here? How'd they know I was coming? My head.
You? That's it? Buck was so worried about you? Huh. I was wondering what raw strength you must have had in order to scare Buck into calling me in for this. I was looking forward to tearing you apart. But you're just one scrawny, mortal girl. I was promised you'd be an actual threat. This is overkill. Just do it yourselves.
I hear the sound of steel unsheathing and heavy chains dragging towards me, but the sounds halt a short distance from me. They're hesitating. Is it me? Or do they look afraid?
What's wrong? What are you idiots waiting for?
Buck says that in a previous reality, she somehow managed to kill all of us. Alone.
Cultists are muttering uneasily amongst each
You
other.
couldn't win a fight 1,000 against 1 in your own base?
Somewhere behind that mask, their cruel gaze is sizing me up.
As if I don't see it.
Come on, think. I need to break their confidence. Buck was telling the truth. I did beat you all up. And then burned the Black Woods down with everyone in it. Notice how Buck, the only one who knows the most about me, isn't
Do you
here?
want to risk it? She's that dangerous?
They look visibly rattled. None of them want to risk their precious long-lived bodies. Now for the biggest bluff. Don't think I'm a threat? Don't think I can wipe the floor with you and your friends even now? Go on, underestimate me. Make the same mistake Buck did before he lost.
Alright. I've heard enough. I'm interested.
I got him. Every single one of them dropped their weapons except for the big one.
However, you're wounded. unarmed, and outnumbered. I'm not about to live the next 1,000 years ashamed of myself for killing you now. Go lick your wounds first.
Buck Loki would have easily won if Bro just recruited some trigger-happy guy with a gun and consistently sent them first. You know, I think, what's funny is that, like, midway through Chapter 1, there is some trigger-happy person with a gun, and I don't think they're ever seen from again. So I think Buck might have just judged them to be too trigger-happy, which is kind of funny when you think about it. Like, his concern entirely with someone being trigger-happy is that they will damage the book, and that if the book is damaged, it can't be used to cast spells in this reality anymore. So you'd have to wait till the next reality to try again. But, you know, you are right. He could maybe ask them not to have a shotgun next time.
Billy, now isn't the time for playing around.
Shut up. Form a perimeter outside. No one gets out. No one comes in.
I guess for Buck, his thought process is that Billy here, that she won't use any sort of weapon that might damage the book, because she's a lot more of a melee fighter.
Buck isn't gonna be happy about this.
Buck will have his book. And her head. By morning.
They'll just begrudgingly depart, retrieving their makeshift weapons from the ground, and so much as look at me as they
After
pass.
all that talk, what you said about beating the 1,000 had better be true. Because if you can't prove your strength to me, I'll destroy you. Did they break your arm?
Oh, my arm? A little bit. It's a little broken. My arm really is broken. How am I going to make it out of this
I
now?
won't let an unfair advantage hollow my victory.
Okay, Billy, just break their ankles and steal the book, and Bro would have done so well. You know, you're not wrong. Okay, to be fair, everything within the Blackwoods, like your lust for something, your desire for something gets multiplied 1,000-fold. So, like, Billy's desire for, like, a challenge is her desire for a challenge and her sense of honor actively would impede her from ever taking an easy route.
My expectations for you are high. I believe you really did beat the 1,000 once. But that ends here.
Buck's kind of caught himself in a catch-22 where everyone here is going to be made somewhat stupid by the Blackwoods, by their very existence.
You have one ritual. Then, I'm coming. And don't think I'll stop at a couple broken ribs when I find you.
It's more like, really speaking, Buck really should just have started handling things by himself from the get-go, and he probably wouldn't be in this mess quite as much. Help myself sometime, but what did I just get myself into?
Go. I won't be denied my glory.
literally millions of years of prep time, and he couldn't just master every form of hand-to-hand combat so he wouldn't take damage during the process. What a skill issue for real. Yeah, no, like, you're not wrong. Like, Buck has and has had literal millions of years to prepare, like, for every eventuality. And, like, his consistent failing is relying on other people. Base is gone. Okay, we also need lit candles. Plant mister.
Stardust? It really is you. I can't believe this.
Literally after 9,990,000 years of prep time, the best he could think of was a 5-point list. Okay, what's even funnier? Ballistic, in chapter 999. Which is the third chapter, but it's after Stardust has gone through 999 other versions of the story. We find out that they finally planned out how to try and stop Stardust, and it took them 1,000 cycles to come up with remove the door. I kid you not, that's actually a plot point. Is that it took them that long to think of basic things like remove weapons from the building.
It's me, Rhok'zan, the Black Goat of the Woods.
Buck is not smart. Don't worry, I remember. Yeah, that's what I was referencing. Yeah.
Really? You do?
When I saw the book, I remembered everything. Well, 5% of everything, most important parts. I remember her all right. What happened to the standoffishness? I don't have any memories of being so close.
My Stardust. It's been so long.
So long, it feels like I just saw you. This is so different. She's completely lost her composure over me.
For me, it's as if hundreds of years have passed. Not that you would have noticed your reality beginning anew. Only cosmic entities still exist in the space between dreams.
And the guy read out the do not read section of the list. Yeah. Yeah. Again, Buck's biggest fault is trusting other people to do, like, all of his work. Because it's always the fault of someone else not having his exact maniacal vision. Because it's a lot easier to work through 1,000 minions than go after the evil genius. Wait, us meeting? Having a completely different reality. This is terrible.
I know it's a lot to take in, but...
You mean I wore the same thing to 2 dates in a row?
That's not the part I thought you'd get stuck on. You're completely unfazed by the fact you haven't existed for millennia.
Like, Buck, you know you can create chlorine gas by mixing the janitor's chemicals, right? Millions of years of prep time, and he did not think of that. Instead, what we get for the actual fight against Buck is him launching a bunch of magic at you that can be countered with more magic. Kinda. What were you doing all that time?
Trying to avoid falling asleep again, to keep from creating new nightmares. But now that it has begun again, I'm so happy that I'm dreaming about you too.
Just brushing my hair with her hand, like a mother coddling their child. It's nice. I just realized something terrible. What has Buck been doing all this time?
Floating in the space between dreams, strategizing against you, likely. After all, he had nothing to do but reflect on how you beat him.
Shoot, I end up against someone that knows all of my moves from a parallel reality. That explains how I got ambushed. He knew it was coming.
I should hurry. I want to hold on to this moment for a bit longer.
We might actually have the time for it. Only one cult is after us this time.
Really? Who?
You know, he wasn't. Bro procrastinated all that time. Buck spent that entire time between dreams angrily muttering to himself in space. Like, hundreds of years just angrily grumbling about how chapter 1 ended. I think the other said his name was Billy.
Billy? Oh, Stardust!
What, is that bad?
Very bad. Oh, this is a nightmare. I couldn't bear to watch if Billy catches you. Wake up, wake up, wake up!
He didn't seem so bad.
And the fact that you met her and lived is a miracle.
I don't know, she seemed different from the others. The rest of the 1,000 act like mindless zombies, but it's like she was fully conscious.
Well, I suppose it's possible that even with her bloodthirst multiplied 1,000 times over, that she still has a desire stronger than that.
She was one of your tormentors, right? Do you have any guesses what that desire might be?
She has a very odd honor code that she follows to the letter. Her strict adherence to that code is probably the only thing strong enough to overpower my influence. From what I gather, it's essentially the law of the jungle. Big fish eats small fish. Might makes right.
Might makes right. That can't be right. She takes orders from Buck. There's no way Buck is mightier than Billy. Have you seen her? Have you seen Buck? Buck's just like a guy. He actually looks substantially worse currently.
She probably considers Buck stronger than her because he's immortal. That's a fair assessment.
So even though Buck is physically weaker than Billy, she still listens to him anyways, because he's essentially undefeatable. I can use this to save all three of us. Like, any argument anyone can have for why Buck loses is negated by the fact that he has 1,000 years between losses. Yeah. Buck really did spend 1,000 years grumbling about getting defeated by Stardust, and the best he came up with was, well, let's throw like a murder happy let's throw a murder happy cultist at her and not like, oh, I know, let's put the Black Woods somewhere else. He legitimately did not think to just move to a different small town. I guess you could presume that reality might be starting with the Blackwoods already seated here, kind of a returning to a dream situation, in which case he's kind of stuck here, but he still didn't come up with the idea of, oh, I know, like, booby trap the front door.
All three of us? Ugh, Stardust. You got one of the 1,000 to have a change of heart and join your side. But Billy isn't like the rest of them. The only way to get through to her at all is to speak her language.
I'm counting on that. I just have to think of something. I suppose I could beat her by finishing the rituals while she's hunting me, but I doubt that she'll just let me go if I succeed. The house is surrounded. There must be some other way to convince her I'm stronger than her. Okay guys, there's 999 of us. Let's just rush them. And that's how Buck won. Okay, Epicurean feast. Meat, milk, blood, red fire candles. Hey y'all, hi Cherry, welcome. Hope you're doing well this morning. A hunk of meat from the hook. This should be what I'm looking for. I don't remember being this spoiled for choice last time. Well, this meat doesn't really ground for blood this time around. I'm not sure which is making me more uneasy, the volume of blood or the fact that it feels familiar. Must be the milk I need, right? Better grab this and go before Billy hears me. It's everything. Rhok'zan, here I come. Well, what's that sound? It's so hard to watch others live your dream. She gets a date with Mantis and is ungrateful Mrs. Bull. I wouldn't say, that she's ungrateful, but why are there so many tally marks already? Like there's nothing wrong about for the game, but Buck legitimately might be one of the dumbest villains of all media. I will not argue with that one. Oh, a kitty. Hello, little darling. Poor thing must be terrified with all the commotion going on. Go and get you somewhere safe. What's face is missing?
What's wrong? Never seen a Russian blue before?
Rhok'zan only gave me lightheadedness, but this, my sanity is slipping through my fingers like grains of sand.
Pardon my intrusion, but when my niece didn't awaken, wailing and clutching at her sheets, I knew something was amiss. I had to see the source of her pleasant dreams for myself.
I've yet to meet this Buck character. He shows up briefly in chapter 1, and then is the problem of chapter 1000. So we mostly hear about Buck, less actually get to see him all that much. As a result, though, his thought process is pretty stupid.
I've heard much about you. The way my niece spoke of you. Why, you'd think she'd learned nothing from her eternal torment at human hands.
Your niece, Rhok'zan, you're her aunt.
Many call me Aunt. Others call me the Crying Chaos, the Haunter of the Dark, the Mind Eater, the Unknown that pushes back.
He has 1,000 years of time between each chapter, yet he can't think of a single way of winning. All of the ways he comes up with are pretty bad, yeah.
I've earned many ominous titles and aliases that I don't much care for. But you may call me by one I do quite like. Auntie Nyan Nyan.
What's Buck's plan? Current plan? Or like overall plan? Current plan was to call Billy, who is a rather buff cultist, to beat our head in with a bat. Overall plan is to stop being cosmically immortal, ideally by causing Rhok'zan to wake up and then wake up as a Thoth, so that everything stops existing. Small plan, big plan. Both of which pretty bad plans. Literally, he could assess the utility of each member of the 1,000 for a year straight each, yet he only sends like 3 people at once. Yeah. We jumped from Mommy to Auntie Nyan Nyan. I don't know if this this really in either sense anymore. Driven over the edge by very sandy, thrashing towards its watery tomb amidst the unimaginably thalassophobic void.
Oh, having trouble there? Where's that indomitable human spirit that I've heard so much about? Pathetic. If Rhok'zan could see the state of you now, she'd know she was wrong about humans. Foolishly believing that humans and gods could be anything more than livestock and butcher. That admirable, worthwhile traits, like kindness and perseverance, are just in human nature. That silly goat, so old and yet still so naive. Alas, I was once her age, and she has yet to be my age. Her torment will help her grow up.
Why is Mommy and Daddy sexy, but Unk is gross? What's Auntie then? I feel like in most, like for most people, like Aunt is like is also not. It's not like a sexy thing. Just sort of like, oh, that's like. I keep trying to come up with a good comparison, but I know too much about the internet and what the internet finds sexy that I actively can't find a good comparison. That wouldn't also be like, oh no, that's something on the internet too. Between each loss, he simply kills whoever swapped sides and not like moved them to a different circumstance where they went and swapped sides. Yeah. Like, Nanny swaps sides because she wanted to be closer to Buck and he just sort of alienated her and then abandoned her. This is an incredibly simple solution, Buck. Just don't, like, leave your girlfriend behind. No, Mantis is into some things freaky. It's less that I'm into some things, it's more that I am aware of the internet and what the internet is aware of and into. How dare you? She's suffering. She's seen how much damage is... I've seen how much damage is done to her. I'm not even halfway through healing. Is this some kind of joke to you?
This is gravely serious. That's why it's so damn funny. Come now. The very same humans that she lent her power to use it for the sole purpose of inflicting as much suffering upon her as possible. Classic comedy.
Mantis will be into things on the internet, not me. I can only imagine him at the start of chapter 999 asking for literally the entirety of the 1,000 except for one guy to come one by one to him. I think that might actually be canon, is that he just sort of picks off the 1,000 one by one. And most of them, like, they aren't going to remember. They don't have cosmic permanence. So they probably would just be, oh, cool. Yeah, that's fine. What's up, Buck? Oh.
Ah, the cosmos is always laughing and never smiling.
There is a legitimate read of, like, this game that Nyarlathotep is behind, like, Buck's descent into madness. There's a legitimate read of that. I don't know if that's the intention. I kind of doubt it. But that is you could legitimately read that she drove Buck in this path. I got him to be immortal so that he would torment Rhok'zan for all of eternity, so that Rhok'zan would lose her affection for humans. Buck, why is everyone dead?
But then you had to come along and muddle with the lesson I'm trying to teach her. You will pay dearly for that.
Madness doesn't equate to stupidity, that's on him. Oh, no, I'm not saying that the stupidity is not on him. I'm saying that Nyarlathotep might be actually the reason the entire plot happens. Buck's the type of guy to say, I never lived here like I never lived here like I loved you after cheating on you. Yes, Buck is that kind of guy. Did you come here to...
Kill you? You're not immortal, so death means nothing to you. You aren't around to see it, and in the next reality, you won't even know it happened. All my creativity would go to waste. Besides, I'd never feel so threatened by a human to step in personally.
This sentence becomes ironic in however many cycles it takes to get to the first game.
I'm here for, what is the human expression? A victory lap? I'm here to watch you die when the 1,000 takes back the book and Rhok'zan gets what she deserves for consorting with humans.
I won't let you say something so awful about your own family in front of me like it's nothing.
You won't let me? You've clearly lost your composure, presuming to tell a god what she can and cannot do. I'd revert back to my suppressed form to spare your sanity, but that rebellious glint in your eye is really pissing me off.
Kind of wish that I did spray her this time.
Enjoy resting your head on Rhok'zan's shoulders while you can. Soon, it won't be resting on yours.
The hell was that little pop-up there? I used to tell him Rhok'zan Nyan has been leaving for me, just adding one for every time I've lost. And all the times I've kicked the bucket, geez, I had no idea I died so many times, and yet I'm still here. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure why that's there. I haven't actually died in this, game yet. I think the game might have a bit of a weirdness with, loading, with, like, replaying and loading stuff. I've got to go now. Bye, y'all. Bye, Cherry. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Ah, that smells wonderful. You're such a good follower of mine. But is it ready? It may not be hot enough. Yet.
Buck, you know how you have the entire book memorized since you can just do your own spells without it? Just make a copy of the book. I mean, I can't argue with that. The only potential argument I could have would be that maybe it requires some special ink or something that Moo has that allows the words to be written, or like allows the magic to come out. I don't know. He clearly doesn't need the book to cast spells, but like also like why doesn't he just make a second book?
Oh, such decadent, indulgent food can be so messy too. If only we had something to eat off of. You can use me, if you'd like.
Oh, I'm sure there's some plates downstairs. I could throw the food in the microwave if it's gone too cold too.
Always ready for anything, aren't you?
I shovel a small handful of morsels into my mouth. Well, I wasn't prepared to meet your aunt.
My aunt? Auntie Nyan Nyan? You saw her? What is she doing here? She laid one finger on you, so help me!
No, I'm fine, really. She just said she was here to spectate.
What a sick old witch. I'll give her something to spectate. You know what would really make her angry? What if we made out right now? Wouldn't that be funny? It'd be so funny, trust me.
My mouth's full of food.
Oh, can I have a taste?
That's gross.
Kidding. I was only 90% serious.
She's getting more and more serious as time passes.
It would have really gotten to Auntie Nyan Nyan, though.
She seems nice.
You're allowed to say you hate my family.
She seems nice.
And after?
After I get to know them, it'll be too late to hate them. I'd love to hear about your family, Rhok'zan.
If I ever have a dream where we aren't in so much peril, I'd be happy to tell you all about them.
It's a date. I found a shortcut to uprooting. There's only 3 rituals that need to be done. First would be faster and easier to drink directly from a healthy, beating heart of the woods. Chant while near your partner. I don't hear Billy, so I assume she's in the other half of the house. As soon as I touch the heart, a large quantity of blood spills out onto the floor in front of me. I cup a handful and drink it down. It's strange, for after losing so much blood, the heart appears to have grown slightly larger. Feel a little funny, but it looks like I did it right. Okay, Buck, what if we just fill the... complete the ritual with literally the entire 1,000? That wouldn't be a bad plan. Hi, Billy. Hello. I'll go around. You could put the entire 1,000 in this room. You could, like, have someone board up the door from the inside and then just climb out the window. You have so many options, Buck.
Oh my, this I like.
I'm convinced he's making it up that he exists between dreams and he's just attempting to make new decisions. Okay. I don't care about the ending. I refuse to believe he actually has that level of prep time. Okay, considering the ending, though, I feel like he just sort of... he enters the void and just spends, like, 99% of the time just complaining to himself. And it's just like... then finally gets out all of his frustrations. And it's like, okay, time to think of a new plan. Arrives in, like, the new world, and it's just, I gotta think of a plan right now. and he's done that 1,000 times over.
Seeing you in my dark image warms me to my roots.
Dark image? Oh, feeling different. What changed? Let me check my reflection.
Stardust, I wouldn't look in the mirror so soon. The shock might be a lot to take in.
What if, like, a Buck arrives in the void, but he just sort of spends all of that time, like, planning out all of the mean things he's going to say to Stardust once he's beat her, and then just never gets to use any of that? Okay, but now I basically got the hook. A few deep breaths, be strong. I have goat horns. This isn't so bad. All in all, I think I actually look kinda cute with these. I wonder if they're real. Can I touch them? What was that? Was that me? Was that my voice just now? I sound hoarse, like I've been screaming at the top of my lungs for hours. More importantly, what I just saw now. What happened to me? What's... Whoa, is that a tin can? Something is very wrong with me. Face towards a device capable of producing sound from a radio signal. Ensure that it is on. Chant 3 times. This ritual will amplify all animalistic behavior of those within earshot, including resistance and aggression. Don't worry about it, just go straight to Rhok'zan as soon as possible after chanting, trust me. Okay. This is the spell that killed Motts and I, like, half a dozen times. Well.
Oh my, this I like.
Yeah, I think the problem we have is that we always wait too long. Like, we try to go slow. No, okay, going too fast is an option. I don't know why this spell is so difficult. Okay. I think that is not the worst plan of avoiding death. She's in an adjacent room. I'm actually still not sure what causes this spell to be so rough for us. Okay. Spellcast. I'm not sure how that hasn't sped Billy towards us. Psst, and back. Suddenly a floral perfume-like scent washes over me. Unironically, when you think about how Buck's damage accumulates between dreams, He's probably one of the weakest characters of fiction, because eventually he'll just be so decrepit he can't move. Yeah? Buck's form of immortality is so very dependent on just not being hurt. Like he can live forever, has infinite prep time. However, if like he falls down a flight of stairs, like that injury is gonna be with him for like possibly forever. It's also wild considering that there is a spell in the book to heal wounds, and those wounds can include gunshots. So you'd think that if given enough time, he could just heal himself. But that only, if he doesn't get a hold of the book again, it makes sense that he can't heal himself. Except that there are multiple times in which he is clearly able to get a hold of the book again, and chooses not to heal himself. So I don't know what Buck's deal is. Literally anyone can win against Buck given enough dreams. Yes. He didn't read that far into the book. Buck, it's like maybe 5 pages in. It also uses spells without the book. Of all the spells to not memorize, healing yourself wasn't one of them. That's like the most important one for someone that lives forever. Unless the healing spell, the healing spell still affects Nanny. I suppose, like, Nanny doesn't have a long-lived life yet. She hasn't had children. So maybe that's like the thing, is that the healing spell only works on people that haven't been granted long-lived lives and or immortality. That's hilarious if true. Rhok'zan, why did you design it like that?
Oh, Stardust. I was just thinking about you. In fact, I've just been so hopelessly distracted by you that I seem to have misplaced all of my clothes and adornments.
I think he's just stupid, I can't lie. I think he might just be stupid.
Whatever should we do, hmm?
Gotcha covered.
This is a real low point. I'm keeping this shirt, by the way.
Oh, that old thing, I basically only used it for pajamas. Take it.
Oh, I should reciprocate. Come here, let me do your horns for you. It won't take long.
I sit down while she gently preens and decorates my new satyr-like spikes.
Oh, look at you. So pretty. My sweet Bothanopad.
I feel the top of my horns. Tips have been adorned with a lustrous metal. Shake my head a few times. The fit is perfect. Wow. Was that Billy? It sounded like her bat. That was fun, but I better get back to the rituals. Labyrinthine roots. So expose the psychoactive roots of black woods, allowing them to burn without an accelerant this time. Cast outside like a porch or balcony, face away from the woods. Do not look at the woods in any way until the second phase of the ritual is complete. Okay. Balcony's the bathroom. mean, what happens if I am looking at the woods? Obviously a bad ending, but... That was so anticlimactic. That was hysterically anticlimactic. It's kind of hilarious going from a deep dive into Dementio, one of the smartest villains in fiction, to whatever the hell Buck is doing. Yeah. Oh, hi, Billy. I didn't even process that that was you. I'm sure that's... Don't look at the windows. Lost your sense of direction is no mistake. Do not directly view the woods in any way. Windows and doors included until the ritual is concluded. Avoid looking into any mirror. Find your way back to your partner. Chant to hide the roots from your sight. Yes, I have successfully mentioned an unrelated context. Let's go the other way. Rhok'zan, I did it. It's the last ritual before I can uproot you.
Oh, that's great news.
What's wrong?
It's nothing, but if there's any loose ends left to tie up, now would be a good time to do it. Before uprooting me, that is. Haste makes waste, after all.
I still haven't beaten Billy yet. If I don't do it now, I might not get another chance. Then again, Billy is scary as hell. I was able to survive all this time without getting spotted, but who knows how many times she's killed me in other realities. Crazy how Super Paper Mario was, and still is regarded as a bad Mario game, which is just absurd to me. Really? Was considered a bad Mario game? suppose I'm not too in, like, the Mario fandom, so I wouldn't know what the fandom's reaction to things are. I know I definitely have heard plenty of people talk about Paper Mario, so I assumed it was, well received. The gameplay is fun, the characters have logically defined motivations, the world building is unique and interesting, and the story is just beautiful. It is always like that, isn't it? Like, something's so well made and, like, really good, and that's the thing that a fandom just hates on for no reason. It's because the fandom is delusional and has no media literacy. Okay, you know, you got a point there. Fandom as a general, having no media literacy is probably the direct cause of, like 90% of fandom problems. Super Paper Mario is only one Paper Mario game. Okay, so I wasn't... how many Paper Mario games are there, then? So I've probably been hearing about people talking about the other Paper Mario games positively, and just sort of assumed all of them were lumped together. Six, I think. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot more than I had expected. This first Paper Mario game, not bad. It has fun gameplay, it follows a generic Bowser's evil plot, but can't be blamed since it's the first game. Yeah. Wonder what Billy's doing. Other things Buck could do to resolve the Stardust problem is just have someone hang out here, like the heart. Just plant a bunch of people in the heart room. The next is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. This is beloved by most of the fandom. It does have fun gameplay and a more unique story, but in my opinion the writing is kind of terrible and all the villains, bar one, is completely two-dimensional, has no logical motives, and is only glazed because of nostalgia. Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, don't. Not yet. Please.
What are you talking about?
I'm not ready to leave yet. You don't know how long it's been since I've had any solace in these nightmares. Since my dreams were something to look forward to. Now that you're here, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. How do I know I won't be alone next time? What if you aren't there to make me feel safe? I don't want to leave.
Okay, we can stay.
What?
I'll stay with you here for as long as you need.
But we can't. I know that. If we sit around and wait instead of ending this now, bad things will happen to both of us. We'll lose our opportunity to end things on our own terms.
Something bad is bound to happen to everyone. That's life. That doesn't mean it's not worth living through. I never cut my time with you short just because I'll end eventually. I'll wait here until someone drags me away.
I can't ask you to do that. I couldn't do that to us. I couldn't see what they do to you.
Yes, you could. You big old worrywart. Bad things happen, sure, but they always pass. Plus, you're immortal. Something good enough to make all this worthwhile is bound to happen eventually.
You're right. No matter what happens, it will pass. I just have to be patient.
The next is Super Paper Mario. Obviously, this game is immaculate in every aspect, truly beautiful and enjoyable, so of course it's hit by the Phantom. Yep.
Whatever our time apart holds, I'll have the heart to face it. Thank you.
Hey time, Rhok'zan. Ready?
Ready. Thank you, my sweet Stardust.
Oh dear. Then there's a pile of abysmal slop known as Paper Mario Sticker Star. Fandom agrees this sad excuse for a game is the worst. Generic Bowser's evil story with no fun aspects. Boring gameplay, two-dimensional characters, and absolutely no unique to the game characters with a bland and linear story and world. Well, that's so. That's depressing. What happened? Did the whole house fall on me? I don't see any rubble. The book. I've got to take it and...
You can't see your body, but I can. You'll suffer if you try to move. You're finished.
No, I'm so close. I reach for the book, my wrist is kicked
Stop
aside.
already. You're already dead, even if you can't feel it yet. I'll be taking this to Buck, as promised.
I try to yell in protest, but words won't come out. If Buck gets the book back, no, I won't let either of you hurt Rhok'zan, not in my house.
Let go. Let go. You can't put up a fair fight anymore. There's no glory in prying this book out of your hands now. So admit defeat and let go already.
I reach with my other hand and thumb frailly along the closed pages for a
If
grip.
you're going to dishonor me by not conceding, I'll have to take this by force.
There, a loud tearing noise, a pain beyond belief rips through my body.
You ripped out a page as I pulled the book away. Why? You're too wounded to speak. You won't be able to cast anything to save yourself.
She pulled out the summon Rhok'zan spell, I assume. Doesn't matter now. I know I'm beyond saving. This me, at least. But if what everyone is saying about new realities is true, there'll be another Stardust another time. They'll happily pass the baton, but I won't let Rhok'zan suffer in the
Singing
meantime.
the Black Woods. You ripped out the page that lets you summon the Black Woods. If that burned with the house, Buck would have no way of summoning Rhok'zan to hurt her, and she would be saved, right? That's your plan?
Then there's Paper Mario Color Splash, still follows a Bowser's evil story, except Bowser isn't actually in control of himself, and it's just black paint. However, the paint is just a generic 2D evil substance. Gameplay isn't bad, can be fun, the world is more expensive, but just basic Mario, only one unique to the game character, not bad, but certainly not good. The story is okay.
That's how you're going to waste your strength? Useless.
I feel my fist being pried open by her inhuman grip. My entire hand goes numb, all of my extremities do. There's a pause before my wrist is released and falls limply to the ground. I hear footsteps retreating as Billy leaves me. I failed, so very close. I'm sorry, Rhok'zan. My last drop of will, as my vision begins to dim, I turn my head towards my clenched fist. Page still in hand.
Let it burn.
She's leaving with the book, but letting me destroy the most important page? There's too much to unpack here with what little time I have left. So instead, I watch the page in my hand burn to ash as everything goes dark. Rhok'zan, in this dream, the one about me, you're safe.
Stay tuned. Another episode of Sucker for Love, Date to Die For is coming up. Huh. Even though Stardust lost the battle, looks like she's winning the war, isn't she?
Hey, why are we counting on me all of a sudden? Can't you find somebody less famous to get their hands dirty? Next time on Sucker for Love, the lonely devil arrives. Now who wants an autograph?
Then there's the most recent one, Paper Mario Origami King. The story is moderately good. The gameplay, as always, is a far cry from Super Paper Mario, but more interesting than the average game. The villain is a 2D moronic plot device who is boring. There's more unique to game characters, but still follows a simple world building. Trying to decide whether I want to jump into episode 999 or not. I don't think I'd be able to finish it. Certainly not in 40-ish minutes. I do feel that this one is the shortest of the three. You know, not counting Chapter 1000. Chapter 1000 is special, being exceedingly short.
Sucker for love. Date to die.
Speedrun trust. As you can see from this very mixed bag of games, why I get so annoyed at the fandom for hating Super Paper Mario when it's so good and the average game is mid. Okay. I'd like to mention, definitely could speedrun. I definitely could speedrun this thing, just because you can just skip through dialogue. It would probably take about 5 minutes to speedrun the entire level, casting all the spells. It's more that, like, I wouldn't want to skip through all the dialogue, and the dialogue is what's going to take up most of the time.
Sucker
You know,
for love. Date to die for.
let's see how far we would get. Starting this chapter over, we'll reset your keepsake progress.
Chapter 999. The Lonely Devil Arrives.
Huh? Cacophony of squeals and excited chattering rushes past the bookstore. The noise must have woken me
Such
up.
commotion. No matter what all the fuss is about, it's far too late in the day to be causing such a ruckus.
It's gone late? Shoot, I was supposed to look for leads before sundown. For a year now, people, mostly girls, have been disappearing from their homes all over the prefecture. At first, everyone thought they just ran off together, but as more girls vanished without a trace, panic started to spread. Their last seen on the bus to Sacramento. Having grown up here, I can't just stand by while so many people go missing in my backyard. Wait, that horde outside sounded like a group of young girls. I should warn them, at the very least follow after them. This could be a lead. There's something very funny about this, because there's always a different... the world is always slightly different. Something funny about this version of Stardust as an investigator.
Wait! Don't leave without your books.
Whoops, I almost forgot. Thank you so much.
Thank you for stopping in. Take care.
I rush outside, leaving the warm glow of the bookstore behind. There's no trace of the girls. This should be about where the bus dropped off the missing girls if I had to hurry and catch up with that group before I lose their trail in this fog. Wait a second, Buck has a 1.5 year IRL prep time as well? Yeah. Why is he so bad at this? He's... Okay, like, thinking about it again, it probably makes sense that Buck is bad at this, because he is just a sucker for love protagonist that's turned evil. All of the sucker for love protagonists are a little stupid. Stardust is the smartest of the two, 3 if you count Buck. But only in the fact that D is incapable of properly lying to save his life, literally. And, like, Buck clearly doesn't start his actual plan until he arrives back in reality. And just does not bother with it otherwise. It sounded like they were heading into the residential area through GG Alley. Were they chasing after someone? Did I make a wrong turn? There's no sign of anyone. I can't hear the commotion anymore either. The fog here is oppressively thick too. If I keep note of the missing person posters along the wall, I should be able to find my way. There's only a few of them, so I can use them as markers. What's that footstep? Who's that? Hello? No response. Is the wind too loud for my voice to be heard? Hello? Take a step towards the shapeless shadow in the mist and hear something crackle under my feet. Something wrapped in construction paper, there's various footprints stamped across the surface. It's a photo of an old man eating spaghetti messily. Must have just been framed with the glasses broken from being trampled. Someone from the group I heard must have dropped this. I sprint after them while I smack right to something else a few steps in. Hey kid. Oh, I'm really sorry. Are you okay?
Hey, don't sweat it. It was my fault for standing in the middle of the road. Oh, let me help you with your books.
What a handsome boy. I've heard that men are going missing too.
Are you headed for the bus stop? You might have already missed the last one.
No, I'm actually looking for clues about those girls who've been going missing. Are you trying to find someone too?
I'm looking for my girlfriend.
Poor thing, was she part of the mob that I heard earlier? What's her name?
That depends. What's yours?
That was so corny.
Yeah, this guy's the worst. Hey, this may be a strange question, but do you not recognize me?
Sorry, have we met? I don't usually forget faces.
Ah, that must be it. You must not have seen me on TV yet. I made that one song, Lonely Devil.
Oh, wait, I know you. You're Captain Kidd, right?
The one and only.
He's a widely adored local idol that appeared out of thin air a year ago. No wonder he's wearing that disguise that he can't even go to the store without getting mobbed.
Still nothing. That's strange. Who'd you say you were looking for again?
The girls that have been going missing.
You're not looking for me? Say, you are an out-of-towner, right? I mean, you obviously don't live here. I'd know who you are. I know everyone around here like family.
Not really an out-of-towner. I used to live here. It's where I'm staying while I'm looking.
Show me. If you're really from around here, show me where you live.
Bros, Jesse Pinkman's car. I feel eyes digging into me from all around. I can't see them, but it can't just be paranoia.
I'm not doing anything, so let's go now. Oh, don't forget your bag. So, You're the one Buck wants. Oh! You're the one I've been looking for all along! I'm suddenly madly in love with you! In fact, I know it's so soon, but let's get married too! After all, so long as you're alive, I'll never have eyes for anyone else. Never.
I do like the way that, kids, like, manipulation is written. To drive the fans into a frenzy.
Killer girls!
Unseen hands desperately grab at me from all around, but I manage to shake off their grip with surprising ease. Make a mad dash forward. Behind me are dozens of footsteps. What's going on? Why am I being chased? Who the hell is Buck? Before I knew it, I'd arrived at my ancestral home, sitting ominously alone in the fog. I can't lie, Kid was genuinely the smartest member of the 1,000. Yeah, I mean, I can't really argue with that either. Kid probably is the smartest member of the 1,000. But, like, it's hard to tell how much, like, was stuff that he came up with, and how much is stuff that, like, Buck just told him to do. I know for a fact that Buck didn't write that plan. If Buck did write it, it did legitimately take him 1,000 years to write that plan. It is a bit more believable that Kid wrote it in about 10 minutes, though. Honestly, what was in my bag that made them all want to chase me so badly? Huh? What's this book? The nightmare started over again. It seems I got lured into the Blackwoods trap yet again, which means I get to see Rhok'zan again. Score! $9,990,000 years, actually. Buck had actively so much time to come up with this plan that I still completely believe that Kid just sort of rattled it off. There she is. I could stare at her forever. Hey, Rhok'zan.
Perhaps, in view of what we've been through together, you could call me Roxy? You probably don't remember, but you called me that long ago, and I've grown rather fond of it. Do you think you could call me that again?
Of course, I'm really glad to see you again, Roxy. Have you been?
Never better. The 1,000 are at their last gasp. The only two remaining original members are Buck and Kid.
I should have figured that boy I meant was involved. What happened to the rest?
Well, every single person Buck sent to kill you instead joined you. Time and time again. So Buck sees to it that when I dream up a new reality, the traitors don't live to meet you. Buck sends somebody to kill you, they fall in love with you instead, they betray Buck, reality ends, Buck spends hundreds of years in time out. Then reality starts anew, Buck kills the traitor, then sends somebody else after you. Hundreds of times over.
Wow, sounds like I'm on fire. What?
I've lost you many times as well.
I left you in their hands? How many times?
I'm fine, Stardust, really. This is all nearly over. Soon, the 1,000 will just be a distant memory.
Tackled to the ground, there's a sickening sound of wet metal scraping and a dull pressure on my stomach. My eyes shoot wide with shock. Brain dead action, by the way, just have the traders not interact with you in that way. Yeah, like, Buck really could just... Again, just don't put them in Sacramento, just put them somewhere else. Or don't tell them to talk to Stardust. Or just don't let them in the same room as her. Infinite ways that this could be resolved, Buck. Just clawing at my clothes and neck, hunting for a grip while we struggle for leverage until eventually she collapses.
Oh, heavens below! Are you alright?
I gasp and cover my mouth in horror. It happened so fast, Roxy? What do we do? Can we do the healing thing? You know, isn't there that one ritual?
She's dead.
What? No, that's not possible. It was so fast.
She was already at death's door from exhaustion and starvation. Falling on her weapon was the final blow that stopped her heart. That normally wouldn't even be a serious injury. Chalk it up as another death by exhaustion from the Blackwoods.
She's weak because she was about to die. Is that how I escaped from the horde earlier?
And if it makes any difference, she had the Sacramento stare. Her conscience was long gone. Mentally, she wasn't here for her death.
She's trying to comfort me, but even if it was self-defense, it feels like
Mic check, 1, 2, mic check. Hey, are you hearing me?
Okay guys, I realized I could just summon 82 firstborns into the house, just surrounded and we wait, nobody speak and wear these ear mufflers. Like if he had a brain. There are so many solutions. That voice, it's the boy from earlier.
Well, sounds like you had a bit of a nasty shock, huh? Buck's had a lot of time to reflect on how you've beaten him. And we've made it so it won't happen again.
Mic check, is that Deltarune Chapter 4 mic reference?
You're gonna like what we've done with the place. Let's see here. Number 1, we took everything out of that room that we didn't need. No bass guitar, no nothing. You're unarmed.
And I'd like to mention, the bass guitar is missing in Chapter 2. So this isn't a new plan. Billy took the guitar out before, presumably.
Number 2, no door to the ritual room anymore. Nowhere safe. But you already knew that one.
I suppose it's also possible that it could be in previous reality Stardust took the guitar with her. Which would make sense.
Number 3, we begin our attack immediately. No negotiations, no honor duels, just last bitch standing from the get-go. Number 4, we cleaned out the fridge as soon as you got here, so no ritual reagents for you. Number 5, blast loud music to drown out our movements. And number 6, burn this list after doing everything on it so she doesn't know what's coming. Oh.
Buck realizing he could just spam the poison gas spell from outside.
Oh, here's number 5.
What do I do?
I don't know. This has never happened before. Nothing like this.
They've never been organized before. Sounds like they're getting serious. Guess we'll have to get serious too. An isolated location of your choice, somewhere where your cocoon will not be disturbed. Your organs will be liquefied, so any sudden movements will yield tragic results in from this ritual outside or near an open window. It comes through with a sickening sucking sound. I can't bring myself to use against these poor souls, but my need for these rituals, wipe the blade on my skirt. How is this? Has he not thought of this before? Buck is not smart. It's still really funny to imagine that Buck just sort of laid out all of the plans, and Kid just sort of listed out the solution. You're telling me Buck took 9,990,000 years to make a 5-point plan? Yes.
Troubled look. Are you alright, my sweet?
It did legitimately take Buck that long to come up with that short of a plan. I'm still really shook up by the one that rushed in, the one that, you know...
Death can be an upsetting thing to see for the death-shy.
It's not that. She's not wearing robes or a mask, she just had the stare. She was so frail, so unlike the Thousand.
You've already figured it out on your own, haven't you? I didn't want you to find out, but your attackers are not members of the Thousand. They're using innocent people as your assailants this time. This is a concerning bit of leverage they've created. Experience has taught them they can use your humanity against you.
This feels so different from what little I can remember. How am I supposed to save any of them, Roxy?
At this point, I know nothing I can say will stop you from trying to befriend the people actively trying to kill you. If they're under my curse of thousands, then their admiration for Kid has been magnified to the point of fanatical idolatry. The only way to break their obsession is either by finding something else that they love even more, or by removing the object of their obsession.
But I don't know anything about these people. Where would I even start? Hope I think of something. I love that there is no explanation as to why we're doing this. Like, presumably based on the appearance, Chrysalis of Rebirth probably fast-tracks us into the satyr form. Enhancement Black Eye, your body should be pliable change now. Have a knife on your person. Harvest meat from a mammal that died within the Black Woods within the last 24 hours. This works best if it's a sign that you have personally killed. Chant twice while standing near your partner. A sign that died within the Black Woods in the last 24 hours. It's already dead, so there's no harm in this, right? Be quick about this, I promise. That should be enough, but carving up a dead human for their meat, I can't remember enough about myself to know if I'm better than this. The line that separates me from the Thousand is getting blurrier with every go-around.
Excellent work. Very, very good.
Yum.
Seems we have a fighting chance against their new tactics. What's this? A portrait of your grandfather?
Oh, that's not mine. I found it while I was coming here. Figured one of the people who went missing dropped it. Wait, if somebody went out their way to frame this, they probably care deeply about whoever's in this photo. What if it's one of the people chasing me around? If I could reunite this with its owner, maybe they'll realize they love the guy in the photo more than the kid and leave.
Brilliant as ever, my shining star. But be careful and observant. This photo might protect you from its rightful owner, but it'll have no effect on anybody else.
Right. I'll keep an eye out for other dropped keepsakes while going through the rituals. Ritual successful. You should now be able to see something glued between the next pages. So you can now see living things on the verge of death. Your map will now automatically reveal dying things within range. Have a knife on your person, chant while facing one rot bloom flower. Do not attempt the ritual in a room with more than one rot bloom. I feel too bad if their rot bloom is here, they won't be needing their heart anymore. Hopefully they don't try and take it back later. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just going to give us the static ending. But, yeah, I wouldn't... Okay, it actually won't just, It won't just, game over us, that's, kind of funny. This is definitely not one of my sisters. Never seen this number from Mom before. Hold on to it. Maybe I can refer to whoever owns this later.
There you are.
Call back the number from the missed calls if I put it on speaker.
Erica! Thank goodness, I was worried sick!
Mama?
What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave? I'll try to be a better mom.
You didn't do anything wrong. I'm so sorry. Please don't be mad at me.
Sweetie, please come home.
I'm coming, Mom! Thank you.
I give her her phone back and she dashes off. Stardust is far and beyond too good to try and to even think about hurting anyone, so that bat's useless here. Hey, Buck.
I hope you
You look
appreciate the situation you're in. We can do this forever.
You look as awful as ever, Buck.
Tell me who the bookmaker is.
For my dead body.
Accommodate that.
Giving up? Finally. My arms are getting tired.
She never breaks. This is a waste of time. We'll have to find leads on our own. She told you she was from here, right?
Yeah, but I think she was lying.
In case she wasn't, check every house, starting with the ones near our base. Find a photo, something left behind that proves that she lived there.
What? Oh, that's like dozens of houses, though. I gotta do that all by myself after burying her. If it makes you feel any better, this is the worst day of my life, too.
Buck wants to know who the bookmaker is and where I live. If you knew either piece of information, you could find me long before I made it to this house. Before I know what's going on, even. If that happens, I'll be all out of redos. I'm going to try not to think too hard about the soft pulsations of my own heart in my hands. Anyway, autistically diverting back to my obsession with Super Paper Mario, I talk about Dementio a lot, but the main villain of the game, Count Belek, is legitimately one of the most deeply well-written villains of all time. That's cool.
You're doing so well despite the circumstances. I'm proud of you.
Everyone about that game is so well done, it's insane. That's great to hear. Thanks, Roxy, but...
What? What's troubling you, my shooting star?
I just saw all the flowers I've left. Each one holds the memory of another time I didn't make it.
I wouldn't advise seeing any more echoes of past realities.
Believe me, I've had my fill, but it's so strange to realize how many times we've gone around.
I was thinking the same thing. To think Buck hasn't given up after all this time. It's strange. Whenever my followers achieve lifespans so long that it borders on immortality, they usually end their lives within a year. Without the ticking clock, there's no reason to do anything today, tomorrow, this month, ever. Even with my powers, the longest a human has ever chosen to live is 125 years. Buck is thousands of years old now. To think he hasn't gotten tired of this yet.
Roxy, it's okay. I've made it out to the last ritual again. You're almost out of here.
You managed to get through everything. Ah, well, we kind of phoned it in with the outsourced killers, huh? But they're still useful for just one more thing. Check this out. You're gonna love it. Oh, there's nothing I hate more than people that run from burning buildings. If anyone did that, I wouldn't love them anymore.
This bluff here that kid does is so funny, because there's a chance that just snaps everyone out of it. Just saying that he doesn't love them could theoretically snap everyone out of it. It doesn't. It'd be really funny if it did. I don't get people who would give up with immortality. I just do everything forever. Like, you definitely fall into the same boat as, like, Stardust, in the just sort of enjoying being alive forever. I don't know if I would want, like, cosmic permanence. I certainly wouldn't... I don't think I would get bored after 125 years of being alive. I like to think I'd probably, you get more bored after at least a couple hundred. But, I mean, there's so much of everything, even in just, like, this world, that I'd like to, see and experience. You're talking about, like, millions of books. You could master every language. Like, the only thing that's really a downer would be dealing with, well, the rest of humanity. There's only so many times that you could exist through watching the rise and fall of fascism before I think it would start getting pretty grating.
There's just something so beautiful about someone who could sing their love for me amidst the fires of passion until they drop dead.
Do you see now? If you uproot the woods, everybody burns. Make your choice.
That's this game? Turning his fans into hostages? I can't just give myself up. I can't send innocent people to their demise. Is there a right move?
There is a third option. If you uproot me and then kill Kid, his followers will flee, the object of their lust dead. Die, let die, or kill. I know these are impossible choices for you especially, but whatever choice you make, I'm behind you 100%, my Starlight.
Thank you. Truth is, I can't make any of those choices. Got me trapped 3 different ways. So I have a faint hope that being stubborn will see me through this. Find all the hostages' keepsakes. There's a chance I won't be forced to make a choice. Previous ritual should have exposed the roots, so no further reagents.
Make your choice.
I forgot about the forgot about her. It's absurd to me how in-depth of a case of her dementia the high universal is. Like, bro, this is the game about Paper Mario. What do you mean he's Solo's god? Okay. I do need to find, actually, your keepsake. Otherwise I can't actually reach... I think hers might have been in the bathroom. Or the balcony. Oh, you're fast. Okay. Back we go. Oh. Wrong. Wrong checkpoint. Kind of ridiculous that that this particular chapter can be speed ran this fast. Crank the volume as high as it can go and hit play an acoustic song
What
starts.
is that music?
I kind of wish that if you ran into one of the others, you had like the choice to try one of the items and not just auto figures it out. I think that'd be kind of funny. Her voice, I've definitely got the right person. Don't you recognize who that is?
I know who that is. That's me. That's my song. That's me. Are you serious? But it's so good. I sound like that?
I give her back her CD player. She quickly puts the headphones on.
Really me?
She crawls away, nodding her head along with the music. Hang on. I should grab that just on the off chance we need it.
And so, my black woods burn to ash once more. Looks like I really am leaving again. These dreams with you, so long and so short, and never dull. We will meet again, yes? I've started to grow fond of Sacramento. It's a cozy diversion from the outer cosmos. And it kind of feels like my second home.
I nod absently. My thoughts are preoccupied with what's to come. Did I make the right
You
choice?
told me once. Nothing is worth regret. Memories and lessons are all worthwhile. Your story is still being written. Even if this chapter ends differently than you'd hoped. I thought that was an insightful thing of you to say.
Thank you, Roxy.
And thank you, my starlight. Take care. And be good.
I think they're just I think they're just gone. Hi, kid.
So, you decided to kill everybody, huh? Or have you come to throw yourself at my feet? Or is this the part where you try to appeal to my better nature? You deserve what comes next if it is. Did you think you'd miraculously be able to save everyone? Sorry to say, Buck already has you all figured out. We both know that you only have one choice here. Just hand me that book and then go back inside while the house burns down. Do it, or I'll keep my fans here until they burn.
He's not even armed. He's really that confident. I unsheathed the knife the one the girl who attacked me with earlier had.
Ah, you got me. Almost thought you were gonna go full yandere for a second there. But that's just not in your nature, is it?
I wordlessly walk towards him.
Hey, stop messing around. You're not actually gonna use that to...
If I remove the object of obsession, the rest will flee. That's what Rhok'zan told me. All the rock blooms I saw is practically self-defense, right?
Said you wouldn't hurt a fly. No matter what. Was Buck wrong? Did he lie to me to save himself? Say something!
I step closer. For once I'm not playing defensively. Instead of reacting to what they throw at me, I'm in control.
You can't do this to me! I'm finally in my prime! Taking it all away from me now...
This is, this ending, I don't think could be described as a good ending. It's definitely interesting to see that line between that line Stardust as having between being a cultist and being a follower being really blurred.
You can't make that choice!
You're right, I can't make that choice. The knife falls to the ground at my feet. He has the stare. Even Kid is just another victim like the rest. I won't do this. What happens to your fans isn't my choice. It's yours. You're the one keeping them here, not me. It's also interesting that Stardust still, so then, reverses back course. Stardust reasserts being, not a cultist. That's cool. That's a good direction. At the end of the day, I'm just not responsible for all the pain in the world. You can't force that responsibility on me. That said, I really do care what happens to your fans, and you. I hope you do what's right. This ending is kind of funny, just to be like, Stardust gives Kid a heart attack and then leaves. I leave the house entirely unimpeded, not even by Buck. The faint singing continues for a while until I can't hear singing anymore. This time I make it as far as the bookstore before... What's that? Yeah, I really didn't think that seeing how far we'd get would just be the entire
Sucker for Love. Date to die.
Would just be the entire chapter.
Sucker for Love. Date to die for.
Well, that brings us to the end of chapters 2 and 3. Or 2 and 999. I'm still thinking about chapter 1000. It has 2 additional endings. One in which you do nothing, and presumably all of reality stops. And one of which you listen to Ln'eta. And again, I can't imagine that ends well. And the more I've thought about it, the less I've liked its possible implications. I think I'll have to either decide whether or not I'm going to go into that last ending, or just sort of kind of leave my thoughts. On the one hand, I haven't seen the ending, so I can't make a proper judgment call about whether or not that is fair to kind of fight or argue against. Because I haven't seen it, so I'd just be fighting a straw man. But I do like the kind of fake out of the end for chapter 3, chapter 999. Just because it reaffirms Stardust's mantra and mindset so thoroughly. But anyway, that'll have to do it for today. Went a bit longer just to finish that up. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. I will certainly have to think about whether or not, about what exactly I want to do for the kind of conclusion of Date to Die for. But either way, thank you for being here. You're long. Yes. Bye, Ballistic. Hope you have a great rest of your day.